got it at the 10.
Oh, man.
Donald Driver beat Marcus Coleman. And now the Texans are contending Coleman took it away. The referee says no.
No, when he was on the ground, you can't take it away then. But I'll tell you what, this was like stealing. When Favre catches, he runs some play action, rolls out. He sees Driver going down the field, and he's one-on-one. And anytime he ever sees any of his receivers one-on-one, you can bet it's going right to him.
Look at that. He throws it and then starts going backward. Driver does a nice job of getting on top of Coleman. Now, Coleman, you have to understand, he's a converted corner. He's just really like a rookie at the safety position.
Flags are down. Favre with time into the corner of the end zone. Too high for Javon Walker. Now we'll check the penalty marker. I don't know that I can ever remember a quarterback who will stand there holding the ball below his waist and then brings it up and throws it 50 yards.
I think the best way to describe Brett is he's always been a gunslinger. I mean, David Carr keeps it down pretty low as well.
12 men. Offense. Penalties decline. Second down.
You know, when you guys were talking about Favre and he was hurt and what he did and what we said to him yesterday, you know, Brett, what would ever happen to you if they said, okay, you can't play tonight? I said, if they would probably send you home. You would be a raving maniac on the sideline. He said, I couldn't stand there and look at it.
Walter Williams in his first game in the NFL is back in, and Williams will get the call inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Williams has bounced around in the NFL, never played a game, been cut by people, spent time on practice squads, went to the World League, was assigned to the Rhine Fire, only got to play a couple of games over there because of a hand injury. He's elevated to the off the practice squad before tonight's game. Amon Green gets hurt early. Najee Davenport is out. Bang, there he is in the lineup.
Now they got the horse back in. Amon Green.
3rd and goal for Favre. Driver. Great defense. Aaron Glenn, the veteran, was right there to make the stop, and the Packers will have to send on the field goal unit.
We've talked about the great job that Al Harris has done on Andre Johnson one-on-one. Aaron Glenn is the most senior member of this ball club. 11 years in the league, was taken in the expansion draft. Look at the way he closes and makes the tackle in the open field. Just a terrific open field play.
That's how you go to the Pro Bowl 3 times. Longwell, who missed from 49, will try from 23, a little more than an extra point, and knocks it through. So the Packers, with 9:21 to go in the half, get on the scoreboard first and lead the Texans 3-0.
Trick. Unbelievable skill.
Join us for a full night of football next Sunday on ESPN, starting at 7:30 Eastern with NFL Prime Time. Then you'll see Jake Plummer and the Broncos host Kerry Collins and the Raiders on Sunday Night Football at 8:30 Eastern, and we will be in beautiful Denver.
Broncos beat up on the New Orleans Saints today. San Diego got the Raiders.
J.J. Moses. Deep for the kick. The Texans down 3-0 here in the second quarter. Moses with a seam up the middle to the 40-yard line. The saving tackle made by Torrance Marshall. A 34-yard kickoff return for J.J. Moses.
.59 lead. Miller with the steal. Mark ripping by Rasheed Wallace.
Nice kick. Wow, this will take McQuarters all the way back to the 25-yard line. That's one block. Gets away from another.
Got the wall.
McQuarters has got a lane. One man to beat. R.W. McQuarters to the 20, inside the 15, 10. Touchdown, Bears.
Terrell Owens being physical is also a part of it.
And that pass is caught by Owens. So there's a low throw. He breaks away. He's inside the 10, and he will score.
Halfway through the second quarter, second down and 1. McNabb stepping away from the pressure. Launching one deep downfield. One-on-one, and that one's taken by Todd Pinkston for the touchdown.
The UEFA Champions League continues on ESPN for Matchday 5. Tuesday, live from Old Trafford, Manchester United battles Lyon. On to Spain, Real Madrid faces Leverkusen. Then surging Juventus is home in Turin to battle the pride of Amsterdam, Ajax. Then on Wednesday, live from Nou Camp, red-hot Barcelona can put Celtic away in their Group F showdown. Group-leading Inter Milan tangle with surprising German club Bremen. Then leading Dutch club PSV battles the Gunners of Arsenal. The UEFA Champions League on ESPN.
ESPN Sunday Night Football, brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 39. Ford, 6 all-new vehicles, each built for the road ahead. Old Spice, stay in the zone. And the personal financial advisors of American Express.
Thunderstorms in Houston tonight, a city of about 3 million people, the 4th largest city in the United States on the southeastern Gulf Coast of Texas.
Slight traffic problem here.
Just on the freeways. Excuse me, the parking lots.
Davis out to the 40. Packers have given up about 23 yards rushing so far. They have been terrific against the rushing game during this win streak. They've gone from 30th to 12th in the NFL.
And Dominic Davis is a bit of a different running back than he started the year with. He fumbled in the first game twice, the second game twice. He's been a little bit tentative, but it looks like he's starting to get the burst back. It looks like he's starting to get some of the confidence back.
Well, you can't average 3 yards a carry and fumble 2. You're not going to be in there.
Your head doesn't allow that.
Packers with a 5-man front, and Davis picked up a couple before Niall Diggs pushed it back.
I'll tell you what, I've been watching this Niall Diggs in the first 2 quarters. This guy has got some terrific reactions. I mean, he gets to the runner fast. Niall Diggs is number 59. Look at how quick he comes down that line of scrimmage. And when he hits you, you don't go forward. You either go sideways or backwards.
And Bob Slowick, their defensive coordinator, is going to set it up in such a way that that off linebacker, that weak side linebacker, the one away from the tight end, is going to be the one that can run and chase.
3rd and 3 for David Carr and the Texans. Blitz coming. They pick it up again. They have protected him very well. And here goes Andre Johnson down the sideline to the 5. Andre Johnson got a block from Corey Bradford and went 49 yards.
But I'm going to tell you something. At about the 48-yard line, right in the middle of the field, 3 of the Green Bay Packers ran into each other. And still down on the ground is Michael Hawthorne, number 27. But as they go across the middle, watch what happens in the middle. Bang! Al Harris runs right into Hawthorne, and that left Andre Johnson wide open.
Now keep in mind, it's not a pick if the defensive guys went in. Nice job by David Carr sitting in the pocket. But what a really nice job by that offensive line of the Texans, giving him all the time in the world.
Boy, and Johnson at 220 pounds just hit the afterburners on that one.
Time for the NFL on ESPN, and the hits just keep on coming. The Super Bowl champion New England Patriots take their 8-1 record into Arrowhead to face the big-time offense of the Kansas City Chiefs. Patriots-Chiefs live tonight on ESPN.
Sometimes good fortune is just on your side. Because of an injury timeout, Dom Capers and the Texans had the chance to see the replay here in the stadium on the Jumbotron. So instead of being down at the 6-yard line, they see Andre Johnson does not go out of bounds, and he's down at the 1. It should be 1st and goal at the 1. Maybe the 1.5, and they have challenged the spot.
And it's great hustle by Joey Thomas, their 3rd-round pick out of Montana State, just to really get his toenail. But watch his left foot when it hits. Still inbounds. That's what they were focusing on, and that's what the referee marked.
There is no challenge on the play. The runner was ruled out of bounds. The play cannot be challenged.
Well, let me see. Let's make a note for the competition committee that if it deals with boundaries, whether it be the sidelines or the goal line or the end line, it should be a reviewable play.
You got a big notebook going.
Well, we're going to send them a lot of notes.
This is one that really should be reviewable.
Because I'll tell you, the ball is at the 1.5-yard line. This is a huge difference. It's a 4.5-yard gain for Green Bay.
Davis, Carr on the roll. Davis wide open. Touchdown. David Carr had a choice on that when he could run it in himself or he could throw it to Davis.
He had Hannibal Navies in a spot where a linebacker, Navies either had to go for Carr or go for Davis, and he didn't really go for either one. Carr could have made it, but he just threw the ball to Davis.
I think he's done a wonderful job on his play action. Look at how he stays low. See how he stays low? Linebackers aren't real sure where the ball is. And that time, absolutely, Hannibal Navies was, like you say, Paul, he was caught in the middle of nowhere.
The 10th touchdown pass this year for David Carr, the first touchdown catch for Dominic Davis. And I do not know what the delay is right now. And now they'll line up for the point after with Chris Brown. And the Texans, courtesy of the big play, have taken the lead over the Green Bay Packers here at home.
The biggest names in poker try their luck with $5 million US at stake in the Ultimate Vegas Showdown, the 2004 World Series of Poker, only on ESPN.
Hello there. Some goals come out of nothing, some goals are the result of a lucky touch. Then we have goals which are the result of hard running off the ball. In the Big Dutch game, we had a great example of running off the ball. This kind of play is what makes goals so much fun. Ajax are under attack when Rosales gets the ball at his own end. He makes a run through midfield and releases the ball to Van der Vaart on the left. Rosales continues his run down the middle. Van der Vaart plays the ball in the middle to Anastasia. All the time, Rosales has continued his gallop forward, veering a little bit to the right of the box. The ball is finally played to him, and he bulges the old onion bag from just outside the 6-yard box. This was a great goal made possible by the ability to run without the ball and get open. Sometimes all this running is not rewarded. This time it was, and what a great goal. That's what's in the old onion bag this week, and I'm Tommy Smith with a Y.
You don't have to miss it.
7:23 to go, first half of play from Reliance Stadium in Houston. The Texans have gotten on the board and have taken the lead. Here's the quarterback comparison between these two gunslingers. Favre 116 yards, but Carr has the big one, the touchdown pass.
And Andre Johnson has the big reception to get him there.
Chapman and Ferguson are deep for the kick. Ferguson at the 4. Nowhere to go. Tremendous kick coverage by the Texans. And Green Bay will start from its own 16.
your ticket for the best in sports. Mondays, fulfill your need for speed as we bring you the best in two-wheel, open-wheel, and off-road racing. Thursdays are action sports days with the wildest moments of X Games and beyond. And remember, ESPN is always your home for the great outdoors with hunting, lumberjacking, and some of the biggest fish you've ever seen. The best in sports each week, only on ESPN.
The biggest names in poker try their luck with $5 million US at stake in the Ultimate Vegas Showdown. The 2004 World Series of Poker, only on ESPN.
Second quarter in Houston, the Texans leading the Packers. Brett Favre and company take over at the 17-yard line. Amon Green, who was out most of the first quarter with bruised ribs, back in there, gets the carry and picks up maybe a yard. David Carr wired for Sunday night. Let's go back to the touchdown.
You know what we got to do? We've been working on it all week. Let's go. Win on three. 1, 2, 3. That's all right. We're going to score on this play. Thank you, Jesus.
Very prophetic. I like that when a quarterback steps in.
We're going to score on this play,
and it happens.
Good protection for Favre, and another laser across the middle, complete for a first down to Javon Walker for 19 yards.
Boy, does he have confidence in Javon Walker. I mean, they get into a situation where this guy just sets up in the hole, and Brett Favre just cuts it loose right down the middle. Jay Foreman doesn't really stand a chance. All he sees is a shadow go by.
He hit the ground. When Foreman hit the ground with his hand, he said, I never saw it.
It's the only quarterback that wide receivers look for extra padding to play just because of who's throwing it to him. Favre again. And that's complete to the 49. Ferguson went down to the
Wait a minute, they're calling this incomplete now to hit the ground. Now, Ferguson is telling the coach, throw the flag because it is a catch. Look at him.
Well, Mike's talking to it upstairs.
Yeah, Mike's going to listen to Ferguson. Here it is. Favre throws this ball, and this is, if it is a catch, it's a great catch. Look at Ferguson. No, ooh, wait a minute. Here, his hands, are they underneath the ball? I'll tell you what, that hand is under the ball. That's a catch.
That's a catch.
And
I agree with you.
And is the ball bobbling around?
No, he's got control of the football.
Well, you got 5 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the half.
There goes the flag now. And they've taken a timeout.
Boy, you have to feel for Ferguson as Mike Sherman makes the challenge. He had been bothered by ankle, hamstring, and Achilles injuries just about the time he got his lower body healthy. He dislocated his shoulder last week.
Don't you feel a little strange now? Here you are, the head coach. You throw out a big red flag, and then you stand there with a clipboard, stand over it, and point to it.
Point to it.
I drew a flag.
Over here.
I mean, here's the catch. Now look at his left hand is underneath the ball, or right hand, excuse me, is underneath the ball. I mean,
remember, according to the rule,
Green Bay has challenged the ruling on the field that the receiver had caught the pass.
According to the rule, the ball can hit the ground as long as the receiver maintains possession of it. And that's what it appeared to be.
Or in other terms, holding on to it with dear life.
You can look at it that way as well. We'll be back to Houston in a second.
The UEFA Champions League continues on ESPN for Matchday 5. Tuesday, live from Old Trafford, Manchester United battles Lyon. On to Spain, Real Madrid faces Leverkusen. Then surging Juventus is home in Turin to battle the pride of Amsterdam, Ajax. Then on Wednesday, live from Nou Camp, red-hot Barcelona can put Celtic away in their Group F showdown. Group-leading Inter Milan tangle with surprising German club Bremen. Then leading Dutch club PSV battles the Gunners of Arsenal. The UEFA Champions League on ESPN.
Hello there. Some goals come out of nothing, some goals are the result of a lucky touch. Then we have goals which are the result of hard running off the ball. In the big Dutch game, we had a great example of running off the ball. This kind of play is what makes goals so much fun. Ajax are under attack when Rosales gets the ball at his own end. He makes a run through midfield and releases the ball to Van der Vaart on the left. Rosales continues his run down the middle. Van der Vaart plays the ball in the middle to Anastasia. All the time, Rosales has continued his gallop forward, veering a little bit to the right of the box. The ball is finally played to him, and he bulges the old onion bag from just outside the 6-yard box. This was a great goal made possible by the ability to run without the ball and get open. Sometimes all this running is not rewarded. This time it was, and what a great goal. That's what's in the old onion bag this week, and I'm Tommy Smith with a Y.
Back in Houston, let's see how the challenge turned out.
I think it's a catch.
After reviewing the play, the receiver was able to get his hands under the ball and make a catch. First down, Green Bay on the 49-yard line. Green Bay will not be charged a timeout for review.
Yeah, but they will be charged a timeout because they took a timeout.
But not a second one because of the challenge.
That's right. So if you got that all straightened out, they still have 2 left.
I was just going to say, that's good math, Paul.
Well,
I mean,
you know, that was really a good challenge. That's an 11-yard gain.
You can put your shoes back on now, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So I don't wear socks.
They have it just shy of midfield, and a coach really has to believe in his players to take up that challenge like that.
Well, the other thing, too, is you can also look up at the big TV.
But he only had a chance to see one replay.
Well, I think they got a pretty good one to give him an idea.
Wait a minute.
Please reset the game clock to 5:54.
Just think about something. Ferguson said throw the flag. He didn't throw that flag until after they called a timeout, and he talked to people upstairs, and after they had looked at this thing carefully. He didn't take Ferguson's word for it, believe me.
I think he's going to throw it again.
Well, I would hope so, Ollie.
Favre whistles this one past Antonio Chapman.
Brett Favre has been on fire tonight, just doing everything, throwing the football. Sets in the pocket, gets it out quick. First one to Javon Walker. Spinning around, buying himself sometimes, showing that versatility that he has. And now he steps back, runs one way, sets, and then there's the javelin throw down the middle to Donald Driver for the big completion. 147 yards already in the first half.
But only 3 points, and that's where it counts.
Amon Green back in on 2nd and 10. Green will get the draw, and it looked like he tripped over one of his own offensive linemen and went down after a short gain.
You know, when it's 2nd down in Favre, they call in a draw play or any kind of running play, and it doesn't work, he isn't happy.
No, he has this look of disgust. But the other thing, too, is you got to take your hat off to the job that the Houston Texans are doing defensively. They've done an excellent job. Over the last 2 weeks against Denver and Indianapolis, they got lit up in the first half by those two teams. They've played very well defensively tonight.
And the fans love every second of it against Brett Favre. 3rd and 9. Blitz coming. Packers pick it up, and Favre throws underneath, incomplete. Intended for Bubba Franks, but the only guy who got a hand on it was Aaron Glenn.
Well, I tell you, Aaron Glenn makes a really great move on this ball, and he almost gets the interception. He is the oldest guy on this football team?
Yeah, but Jamie Sharper, I think number 55, is the one that upsets it a little bit. You see him just being up. No, it wasn't. It was Jason Babbitt, number 93, the young rookie.
Brian Barker to punt. J.J. Moses is deep. Moses from the 15, and he is just wiped out by Torrance Marshall. Holy cow.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're going to run it, you're going to get hit. Look at this shot. He hits him when he's in the playing field, and that is a clean shot.
No, I think you got him out of bounds, Paul.
Well, just let me ask a question. How are you going to stop? You got a guy that's 250-some pounds, and you're asking him to stop. He can't.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Late hit out of bounds.
Wrong.
15-yard penalty automatic. First down.
Check in with Susie.
Mike, what Brett Favre is to football, Roger Clemens is to baseball. Who throws harder?
Well, I don't know. I've seen some of the balls he throws, and they get there in a hurry. I'd like that test someday.
Well, let's let's see, you pseudo-retired, came back to win your 7th Cy Young. What advice would you give him about how long he should play?
Well, he's getting the same advice that I'm getting from home to you know, have fun doing it, and it's really going to be his decision. And that's what I'm going to wait and do. I'm going to wait till after the holidays. I'm going to talk to some of the Astro personnel and then sit down and talk to my family again. There's a few more bags of ice on this body right now, so I'll wait and see.
Thanks, Roger.
Okay.
Thank you, Susie. And another Cy Young award for 42-year-old Roger Clemens. What a brilliant year he had.
Offside defense.
Davis is swallowed up on this. Markers are down. Guys, I understand what you're saying. It's really hard not to hit somebody on a return play like that, but he was out of bounds.
But, Mike, he was out by a foot. One of his feet was in, the other had just started. I think it was such a violent hit that it got the flag.
It's a violent game.
I know.
Offside, 75, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty still, first down.
That's 340-pound Grady Jackson.
David Carr matching Brett Favre, throw for throw. This is the big one up the field to Andre Johnson. Nice protection. Good job of sitting in the pocket, just waiting. Now he's out on the run again. Gets this one out to Dominic Davis for the touchdown. David Carr really managing the offense well this evening.
Carr straight back to throw. This intended for Bradford, knocked away and nearly picked by Baljew, who has always been a corner. Now they're using him at safety, and that was intended for the former Packer, Corey Bradford.
You talk about Baljew, you watch this guy close. He's not in your picture yet. This is Corey Bradford. Watch 21 come in now. Boy, is that perfect timing. He almost picked this baby off. But look at Jew come in on the backside. Man, that is unbelievable.
Well, we see more and more teams taking guys that are corners and moving them. Marcus Coleman for the Houston Texans, exactly the same situation. They want that athletic guy in the middle of the field.
2nd and 5. Carr, another good play fake. Room to run. Midfield and out of bounds. You know, it's really nice to see David Carr have some success. We were down here the first year when he had no protection, just sacked at will. And last year, he had a lot of injuries. We'll check out this penalty in a second.
This one could be offensive.
Contact. 31, defense. While the quarterback was in the pocket, 5-yard added to the end of the run. Still first down.
And they're going to call Al Harris for illegal contact before David Carr took off and ran.
You're going to say, well, wait a minute, the quarterback's running. But wait a minute, the quarterback is in the pocket now. Here is Harris on illegal contact.
There is no way.
Come on.
Well, no, besides that, David Carr is long gone out of the pocket. I mean, that official had no idea where David Carr was to throw that flag. If anything, it would have had to have been within a 5-yard area of grabbing. That's a bad call right there.
And Jabbar Gaffney was the guy who reached out and made the contact. Holy cow. Carr under pressure this time, throws underneath to Davis. And Dominic Davis down to the 34-yard line. Niall Diggs made the stop.
You know what David Carr is doing? You talk about a young man that's done his homework and that really grew up. Now, he is sitting in that pocket, and he's picking out the open man. This is not his #1 target, Davis. But watch what he does. He feels the pressure coming up inside, and he just throws the ball. That was Hunt that came inside, and he just finds the open man.
And does a nice job of sliding in a position where he can get the throw on.
David Carr, really a nice young man who wants to work hard to be really good at this game. Here's Davis. Slides in at the 23. Let's check in with Susie.
Mike, we asked David Carr what words he would use to describe his first 3 seasons. Year 1, he said, no thanks. He had that NFL high 76 sacks. Year 2, he called an aftershock. He was only sacked 15 times, but he got hurt 3 times. This year, he says, is a character test. A great start, then they lost 4 of 5, and then blown out in their last 2 games. He said it's all about how they can bounce back. Tonight, they're writing the story. He said, this will determine the rest of our season tonight.
And this is a penalty against the Texans.
But it occurred 8 yards down the field. So it's only going to be 1st and 12 instead of 1st and 20. That's 8 and 2. You know, I figured that out.
That's great.
Clock running down to 2:52 and counting. Carr gives to Davis. Dominic Davis inside the 30. He has really run well and run hard tonight.
Well, what they're doing with Dominic Davis, and I'll tell you who's creating this are the defensive ends for the Green Bay Packers. These guys are taking shots to the inside. They're sacrificing inside where they should stay outside. And when they go inside, look at what happens. There's nobody to get back to the outside. The linebackers are being picked off. Barnett, number 56, they grabbed him. And when you do that, you have nobody to support except a corner or a safety.
You know, Paul, a week ago, he had 152 yards in total offense. He has 60 in the first half so far tonight. Another good performance. Davis again hit at the line of scrimmage, tries to fall forward. Niall Diggs again made first contact in a big first half for the Packers weak side linebacker. We have reached the 2-minute warning in Houston in a 7-3 ball game.
.59 lead. Miller with the steal. Martin whipping by Rasheed Wallace.
Nice kick. Wow, this will take McQuarters all the way back to the 25-yard line. That's one block. Gets away from another.
Got the wall.
McQuarters has got a lane. One man to beat. R.W. McQuarters to the 20, inside the 15, 10. Touchdown, Bears.
Terrell Owens being physical is also a part of it.
And that pass is caught by Owens. It was a low throw. He breaks away. He's inside the 10, and he will score.
Halfway through the second quarter, second down and 1. McNabb stepping away from the pressure, launching one deep downfield, one-on-one, and that one's taken by Todd Pinkston for the touchdown.
Simply the finest football on the planet. ESPN continues full-day coverage of the UEFA Champions League all the way through the championship game in May. ESPN, the home of the UEFA Champions League.
It's time for the NFL on ESPN, and the hits just keep on coming. The Super Bowl champion New England Patriots take their 8-1 record into Arrowhead to face the big-time offense of the Kansas City Chiefs. Patriots-Chiefs live tonight on ESPN.
2 minutes to go in the first half, and it has been an impressive first half for the Houston Texans in spite of the headgear.
And I'll tell you what, on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, their defense has really done a great job. And Carr has just been beyond belief.
Carr leads out the offense here. 3 wide receivers. Davis, the setback on the wing. And Carr throws complete to Gaffney. Very short gain in the consensus All-American.
It's going to be fourth down.
Or if he, now incomplete.
Well, even if he caught the ball, he still wouldn't have had the first down.
Now you got to give Chris Brown the opportunity to put the 3 points on the board.
Brown, who's missed from 40, will come on to try from 46. And Paul, you're right. If you're going to throw that ball short of a first down, you at least have to give the guy a chance to run for it after the game.
And what's going to happen now is Green Bay Packers are going to get the ball back with about 1:50. They're going to have 2 timeouts, and there is no one better in the 2-minute drill than Brett Favre.
I don't think ever has been.
No.
And inside 2 minutes, you get the review from upstairs. So this is one where the coaches don't have to challenge, but the booth will challenge. See if the Packers can catch lightning in a bottle twice. This time, actually, it would work in their favor that it would be incomplete.
I never could understand that catching lightning in a bottle. Who would be dumb enough to stand out there with a jug trying to catch lightning?
Ben
They hit you right in the forehead. Here it is. Here's the throw to the outside. Now the question is, does he have the ball? There he does. No, the ball comes out.
Yep.
The ball comes out before he hits the ground.
That's a good job of officials working together. One spotted it. The other one noticed the ball came free and slammed his hand on the ground, calling it incomplete. There it is, right out.
The ball is out, and he's really not down.
Well, the only significance of this, it would change it from a 46 to about a 44-yard field goal.
2 yards is a lot, Mike.
Well, actually, what it does, if it puts the ball right there where they say he might have caught it, he would have been 4th and 1. So now you really have a decision.
After reviewing the play, the ball hit the ground, incomplete pass, 4th down.
Now you don't have a decision.
No.
The decision rule is not into play now.
Those 2 yards don't mean anything, right?
Well, we wasted a whole lot of conversation.
We had to fill while they were reviewing.
Help me.
Brown from 46. He got this one. And the Texans increased their lead to 10-3.
That's a good drive by David Carr in the offense, and he's done a real nice job of moving the ball around. He's really made it hard for the Packers to focus on where he is. 7 of 13, but look at the way he spread it out. 2 to the left, 3 in the middle, 4 to the right. Chris Palmer, the offensive coordinator, giving him a chance to throw the ball down the field. Every time you throw the ball over the 15-yard mark, it gives you a little bit better opportunity to run.
We already told you that David Carr looks at Brett Favre as one of his idols. We asked him to put it in perspective playing against number 4.
I've been a fan of his my entire life, and